Godzilla? I hardly know him. Hi everyone, I'm Jacob, I'm the Cowhat Librarian, and I'm here tonight to talk about Anzu the Great Kaiju by Benson Shum. And I stumbled onto this one at my local library that I work at the other day, and the word kaiju caught my eye. I used to watch some of the Godzilla movies when I was younger, and I got a kick out of them. The guy in the rubber suit rampaging tiny cities and the other kaiju that Godzilla battled against were always a lot of fun. And I was really surprised to see it as the topic of a picture book. I thought that there would still be a big enough cultural divide on the word kaiju for it to be effective. But I borrowed the book and read it, and it's pretty good. So Anzu is a new kaiju, and he's just getting old enough that he's going to be assigned to his own city to terrorize. And he gets lots of his advice from his parents on how he should go about his business. His mom advises him that you need to be strong and call down storms on the people there. And his dad tells him that you have to be strong and smash rocks on the people. And Anzu's not good at those things. What he is good at? Creating flowers. And so he does. He inadvertently does these things that make the villagers of the place he's been assigned to like him. They're not scared of him. They're not terrorized by him. They don't respect him. They just like him. And his parents aren't big on that, and neither is his grandmother. His grandma advises him to let it all out. She demonstrates by breathing fire. He follows suit by huffing as hard as he can and slamming on the ground and causing a big earthquake that hurts many of the villagers. And as Anzu looks around at the devastation, he realizes that he's done what his family has asked, but that the villagers aren't happy anymore. They don't like him anymore. And he has to decide where to go from there. It was fun. I liked it. I really, really like Shum's art style. It's bright and clean and clear. And the story, while not wholly original, is fun. It's good. There's always room for another story about children finding their own way in the world and not being completely beholden to their parents' wishes. And I enjoyed it, and I read it to my children, and they enjoyed it too. It was fun. And I do recommend it. So if you're interested in a story about a monster finding his way in the world, you could do a lot worse. So please, by all means, borrow it from your local public library. Now, with that said, there are spoilers ahead because I have to talk about the deal breakers. Yes, this time out there are plural deal breakers. So first off, while the word kaiju is more accessible than it was even 20 years ago, I'm not sure the average child wandering through the picture book section of a local public library will have any idea what it means. This title is clearly aimed at folks my age and probably a little bit older who grew up watching some of the Godzilla movies or who went through big anime fandom phases in college or who are still anime fans, to be clear, and getting them to pick it up for their children. Because just looking at this by itself, I believe that my children would have saw the title on the shelf, said, "What's a kaiju? What's an Anzu?" and walked by. The second deal breaker is that while I said there's always room for another book about a child finding their own way in the world, I'm not sure this one does a great job of it. As a parent, maybe I'm biased. There are times when I want my kids to do things a certain way because experience has taught me that it needs to be done that way for a particular reason, and maybe they don't know that reason quite yet. And this book, to me, when I read it, it came across the same way to me, that there was an unspoken reason why the parents felt it was necessary to terrorize their villagers. It was never stated just, well, we do it because our parents did it. And I feel like if it was either clearer that they were just doing what their family had always done, or if they'd made it clear that there was a reason behind it, maybe the message would have been a little different. But it felt a little ambiguous to me, I guess. Still, I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed things like Kyle MacLear's Spork, it's not quite the same sort of thing, but it has similar energy. Or if you enjoyed the Pixar short La Luna, where the boy goes to the moon and his father and grandfather fight over the right way for him to do things, you'll get a lot out of this. And I recommend borrowing it from your local library. On that note, if you are a parent or teacher or someone else who uses a public library, I'd highly recommend that you take just a minute and contact the powers that be and let them know. Talk to the members of your city or municipal council and tell them that you value and support your public library. We're at a time where many public libraries are having trouble finding sustainable funding to keep expanding their array of materials, programs, and services they offer to the public. And a few good words in the right ear is always a welcome form of assistance. And if you are a library staff member, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development. With that, thanks for watching. Please, by all means, like and subscribe, and please check back to see what else I have to talk about from the Cow Hat Library. Thank you. Bye now.